Welcome back, everybody. Here we have a 2007 gsxr 600. Sorry I haven't made too many videos, guys. I'm working. You know, I'm in the concrete business, so this is my peak season, and it's really hard to find bikes nowadays. You know, people are asking a ridiculous amount for them. I mean, this is a 2007 with 38,000 miles on it, and the seller wanted $4,000 to start. I pretty much laughed at him when I saw the ad. I'm like, are you serious? The first thing it says right in there, he has a clean title. That's a plus. But I don't have the key. How convenient. Usually that's the first sign of something's wrong. You know, engine troubles. I don't have the key. I took a risk. I offered him $3. I went to see it, and it looked like this. It was a big pile of junk. I mean, this thing's pretty well beat up. And I told him, I can't pay $3 for this. Your pictures made it look really good. The angles you had on the pictures. I ended up offering him $2,200. He declined, so I left. I said, sorry, man, this thing needs way too much work. I left. I drove 5 minutes. Sorry that the sun's in my eyes here. I drove 5 minutes, and he calls me back and says, come take it for $2,200. So I drove back, picked it up for $2,200. No key, didn't know if it ran, nothing. So the first thing I did was I pulled the ignition out, and I sent it off to the locksmith, the local locksmith. I supplied the locksmith with a key blank, and he picked the lock, and he gave me a spare key, and he cut the OEM Suzuki key as well, so I got a spare key. Put it in the bike, and she started right up. So I got lucky. The seller, honestly, he wasn't lying. Usually they do. You know, when a key is missing, or it ran before it was parked, or also ran great before it was wrecked. Those are the famous words that you see on Facebook. You know something's wrong with it. And I don't buy them unless they have titles. So all the ones that are on there without titles, I don't even bother with. Can't do much here in Illinois without a title, unless you're tracking it, or what else do you do with a bike without a title? I don't know, strip it for parts or track it, but that's not me. That's not what I do. So if you can see here, it is in very, very rough condition. I'll give you guys a overview here. It did come with the plastics. The plastics are here. They are beat up. They're rough. This bike's been dropped a few times. It looks like it was used as a commuter. First sign is 38,000 miles, and then you got the phone cradle. Has some really cheap looking aftermarket radiator. But overall, the bike structure is in good condition. It drove straight. There's 2 dings in the wheels. You can actually see. You can see that one right there. There's no wobble or anything, so I think it's just the rim lip that's bent. And then there's another one somewhere on this rim, the front rim. Tank is in really good condition. No dents. You're gonna have scratches. It's a 17-year-old bike, so I don't sell pristine bikes, and you guys know this. You could see my previous videos. I get them running, I get them working right, and I sell them. You know, I don't have a lot of room to be storing these bikes. As you can see, there's no room in my garage. I still got the black Hayabusa. That one's going to be the next project. I'm still working on the turbo bike, guys. Just bear with me. Here is the boost pipe that I'm working on the 98 Superhawk turbo build. As I was welding, I ran out of argon gas, so whoops, I have to get more. As you can see, there's one of the empty tanks. So I'll continue that as soon as I get argon. Unfortunately, they're only open Monday through Friday, and I work those days. So this is the bike. It's beat. I got a bunch of parts. So I did buy some parts, used parts, new parts off eBay, aftermarket, Chinese stuff, whatever gets the bike up and running and sellable. So I'm gonna keep the plastics on this one. I'm not gonna spend the extra $600+ on the Octomart fairings, which I would love to do, but you know, nice fairings on a rough looking bike, I don't know. Am I going to be able to sell it for $1,000 more? Probably not. In Chicagoland market, these bikes in pristine condition with about 15 to 20,000 miles are going for $4,500 to $5,500. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. It's a 17-year-old gsxr 600, and they're going for that crazy amount of money. I'm going to try and keep this one in the $3,500 to $3,800 range. I spent about, the ignition, the locksmith cost me $140. So, but the tank, it works on the tank. I got lucky, and the seat lock, the same key works. So it was a match set. I was happy about that. Got lucky. And you know, the rims, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with those rims, because buying rims, front and the rears are usually cheap. The front ones are outrageous if you can find one that's not already damaged. Plastics are they're okay. Headlights, you know, got some micro cracks and scratches in there. Yeah, it's a 17-year-old bike, so you know, broken mirror. I did buy another set of knockoff cheap mirrors, and that's about it. So I got a seat. This one is just torn. I got an aftermarket seat, and the muffler, the damn bike is so loud, it's non-rideable. So the muffler broke off on the last crash, I guess. So I got a little cheap Chinese muffler to go on there. Like I said, guys, got to keep it cheap, otherwise we don't make any money. All right, so in a nutshell, that's it. We're gonna start. I don't know. Where do you guys want to start? I mean, I'd like to start it up for you guys. It's beyond loud. It actually has a good battery. It's been sitting for a couple weeks. Hopefully, it's still good. Very annoying. I'm old. You young guys might like that loud noise, but it's not good for performance. This bike is most likely not tuned, so having essentially a straight pipe is gonna kill the power and efficiency out of it. Even with the aftermarket muffler I bought, it's still gonna need to be tuned, but we'll leave that for the future owner. As long as we can get it running good. I bought a set of plugs. I got an oil filter. We'll do an oil change. And I'm going to check the valve clearance, since this bike has 38,000 miles on it. I think, don't quote me on that, I think the valve check is due every 20,000 miles. So this is probably well overdue. All right, I'm going to open up some goodies and we'll get started. Alright guys, so I got the parts unboxed, and let's see what we got here. I bought a kickstand, used kickstand, because the original kickstand, it kind of wore away on the last fall. It took a long slide. There's the seat. I got the mirrors. I did purchase a chain that I forgot about. And what else we have here? A pretty cool looking Chinese muffler. And the funny part is they give you a little knockoff, can't grab it, a knockoff Acropovic sticker to put on there. And the funny thing was it was covered in this little piece of plastic. That will not be going on because I don't want Acropovic to sue me. So I think we're going to put this exhaust on first because honestly it looks pretty cool. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's get this old one off here. I'm not sure what this one was. The whole can got ripped off. And that is very rusted. And yes, I'm laying down on the job. I had a long day today. Oh man, that is not going to come off easy, is it? I'm going to have to spray it. Oh, it's gonna break. Oh, release your hold. Going to require a BFH. Yeah, I said BFH, not rubber mallet. Get off there. Just need a little persuasion. Okay, this one uses a 10 millimeter. Okay. What do you think? Should it go on the top portion or the bottom portion? Yeah, let's put it on. I'm going to leave that loose because I don't know what angle it needs to be at. And the exhaust comes with a strap, but there's no place to strap it. Sorry, it's like 90 degrees out here, guys. I'm dripping wet here. Summer won't go away. Here we are, mid-September. Man, that is some really pretty fake carbon fiber if I've ever seen it. I mean, you could see inside the wire weld there, the MIG weld that just left the piece of the wire hanging out there. Hey, it's $100 or 115. I can't remember. $100 for $115 for an aftermarket one. Some guy locally wanted $50 for a stock one. Definitely go with the aftermarket one for $100. Can't complain. I'm saying 100, but it was 150. And then eBay gets you for tax, of course. That doesn't seem right. It just literally slips on like that. Nothing holds it, no clamps, just springs. Well, I guess that's pretty cool. Seems like a pain in the ass to get these stretched out. That one is substantially smaller. Oh yeah. That's not going to be fun. Let me get some needle nose. Because I thought I was going to be able to pull those springs with my hands. I'm an idiot. Note to self, don't kneel down on blacktop with the knees ripped out of your pants. Are there different springs? Because I don't see that one working. That one just seems really small. Give you a couple different ones. Oh wow, that's not good. Oh wow, I got it. Stay. Bike's moving forward a little bit on me. Oh, awesome. Something was nice and sharp there. Oh yeah, this is pretty sharp. $115 and a cut. Should I think I'm going to replace this weaker spring with the stronger one. You guys even can see me? Am I in camera? Apologize if I wasn't. Awesome. $100 and blood all over it. Pretend like you didn't see that. The new owner will never know. I'm looking for a rag. I didn't disappear. Yeah, that edge is very, very sharp. It's like stained in there. Damn. It's going to be a part of it forever. Okay. Gotta stop this bleeding. Can't do anything. What do you guys think? Here? 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 That looks stupid. I can't tell. Yeah, we'll go there. Alright, let's crank her down. Upside down. Let's do it that way so you can't see it. Oh man, my pants are falling out. I have to put my belt on, and I'm still bleeding. That's a deep cut. Take the extension off, Joe. Take the extension off. It would be nice right now, an air gun or a tool or something that doesn't have a flex head like this annoying one does. And this is a snap-on wrench. A ratchet. Oh man, I'm bleeding over everything. Alright, after I tighten this up, I'm going to take a little Band-Aid break so I can stop bleeding all over the place. And then we'll move on. I think we'll do the kickstand next. Okay, man, sucker's still bleeding. That was one deep cut. Okay, before I get a Band-Aid, let's hear what it sounds like. Supposedly there's a baffle or something you can pull out. That's what the eBay listing said. I guess you take this cap out. Man, it's just dripping. Take this cap out and then move that sleeve out. Anything's got to sound better than having no cap. Much better. Now that throttle response is perfect. Alright, let me tend to my cut here before I bleed out in front of you guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, all bandaged up, thanks to my 5-year-old. Okay, let's flip this bike around. What am I doing? I'll just bring the camera around. As you can tell, I'm a newbie. I apologize. And let's replace that destroyed kickstand. The tip is completely gone. So I don't know what I don't know if they were dragging it with the kickstand down, or it came down on the side and scraped it all up, but there's no damage here, so I'm not sure how it got damaged. It appears I need Allen's, large Allen. File all this garbage. Should brought my belt. It's going to be pretty difficult without a stand. So let me find. I bought a set of Venom stands, front and rear, but the front's being used on the Hayabusa and the rear's being used on the Super Hawk Turbo project, so I'll have to improvise. I apologize, guys. You're watching me put this thing on stands. That's stupid. Okay, it's on there. It's sketchy, but that's okay. Sorry. I forgot to put my belt on again. If I flash you guys, I'm sorry. There's 2 bolts here. And of course they're Allen, and you can barely see them. And it looks like they're size 8mm Allen. For those of you following and watching and they want to do this to their bike, which is unlikely because I only have 63 subscribers. Like and subscribe. Oh yeah, that's tight. Oh. Longest screw ever. Wait, that didn't sound right. Loctite on it. That could be a reason. Yeah, it's the blue Loctite. These have never been off. Sorry if my fat head's in the way. I don't think you'll be able to see this anyway. It's two bolts, guys, 2 bolts. Nothing hard. If you want to work on these bikes, get yourself a set of metric basic tools. Definitely Allen's deep sockets, and make those in 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive. Essentially, most of the bolts here are 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 millimeter. And the only odd sizes you're going to get are, you know, this is probably 27, 30 millimeter. Alright, so I'm not sure. The nut was missing here, and I don't know, this thing's just beat. Let's compare it to the new to me. Looks exactly the same. This one has the sensor. The new one has the sensor. This one does not. And it appears this one has been bent down. You can see the angle difference that could be from a crash, and it is completely sanded down. So we'll file that one in the garbage and reverse the operation here. Just put the 2 screws back in, and then we got to figure out where the connector went. A lot of people don't like these kickstand switches, but you know, I'm a firm believer. You forget that kickstand switch down, that's it. The only thing negative about it is you lose a little bit of your pride if you have your kickstand down and you try and start your bike and it doesn't start. You get a little embarrassed, that's about it. But if your kickstand comes down while you're riding, or you hit a big bump, it'll cut the engine off. I could see why that would be dangerous. But you definitely don't want to start your bike in gear with the kickstand down. That's I don't know why you'd want to bypass that, but track use, yeah. Street use, definitely not. Trying to stay away from that sharp exhaust. Only could get a quarter turn on this one. Feeling the iron burn. Okay. So now where the hell does the connector go? We will have to figure something out here. Assuming it goes this way. That is very close to the chain. Those of you with an 06, 07 gsxr 600 or 750, where does this route to? I mean, I'll find out, but I gotta change the chain, so all this has to come off anyway. I'm trying to find the connector that they jumped. I don't see anything in there. I'll figure it out once I pull the tank. Because we do have a set of spark plugs, and we got an oil filter. I got to get some oil and do a service on it. Check the valves. 38,000 miles, quite a bit. Let me tuck this out of the way for now here, so it doesn't get destroyed. I don't have the slightest idea where this thing gets routed. No matter where you put it, it looks like it's going to get damaged. I'm going to put it here for now. What else do we have left? Notice the grip is sticking out a little bit. I'll have to remove that. Slide it back on. We have the chain. We might as well do the chain next. Let's get everything ready for the chain. To remove the chain, I've had this chain breaker for a very long time. Works very well. I don't know, maybe 20 years I've had this. Don't even know where I got it from. It's cast iron. It's very strong. The pin is replaceable. Never had to replace it. It's definitely a quality tool. Made in Japan, no China. So, oh, it's actually made by RK. Look at that. Got the company who makes the chains. Okay, let's. This chain's junk. I don't know if you could see this in the video, but let me. The links are frozen. It looks like it was left outside for a little bit. The chain barely moves. There's a couple of links here that they're stuck, so this chain is gone. Chain breaker tool, pretty easy to use. Screw this in until it comes tight to the pin. And then you tighten this rod here, which pushes the pin. Comes with a nice little reversible ratchet. Or you could just cut it off with a cut-off wheel. pin pops right out. Now you can see the links are just toast. I mean, they're frozen there. This chain is barely moving. So I picked up honestly, pretty much everything I picked up was cheap Chinese knockoffs. I picked up a blue chain. You know, I saw it was cheap. Bike's blue and white. So I went with the blue and white. I'm sorry, I went with the blue chain. Like so. It does come with a master link. It's the clip type master link, not the rivet type master link. Normally, I wouldn't put the clip type, but this is a 600. You're not making 300 horsepower like on a Hayabusa or something where you definitely would want a riveted chain link. Alright, so oh, it does come with a riveted chain link. Whoa, look at that. And a clip type. Was not expecting that. The last one I bought only came with the clip type. So we're gonna have to fit this chain. I'm gonna take that cover off first because I gotta route that line anyway. You don't need to take the cover off unless you're gonna replace the sprocket, which I am not doing. It's an OEM sprocket set. They do last quite a bit. It's a 600. You know, it's not making a lot of horsepower, guys. If they're excessively worn, you can see that the teeth are rounded off, and they're oblong in the teeth in the middle. So these are pretty good. Yes, should replace them. 38,000 miles, but can't do everything. I'm in this to make profit. You know, since you guys won't subscribe and like and watch my videos, I'm paying for all this myself. So click that like and subscribe for just once. Just make me happy and just do it once. I do love the fact that this is a cable clutch. Oh man, just the feel of a cable clutch is so much better. The hydraulic clutches are very nice when you're stuck in traffic. But the cable clutches, and the feel of them is exceptional. Now I'm hoping the drive sprocket's not worn, so if it is, then obviously I'll replace it, and I'll have to prolong this install for another day. doesn't look factory. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the factory sprockets are usually wider, aren't they? I don't know, maybe these are aftermarket sprockets. But this does not look good. Those teeth, the teeth are bent over. So this bike's gonna need a set of sprockets, unfortunately. Well, that sucks. I'd like to make a little more today, but you know, the time I have right now is about all I have for the rest of the week. So that's gonna put us at a standstill. I'll have to order up some front and rear sprockets, and then we'll finish this install. It's gonna be part 2. What else is left? We got the mirrors. We have the mirrors, and then we have to do the spark plugs, oil change. I'll get the bike ready for all that. I'll pull the tank. We don't really need to see all that. That's boring stuff. But it's going to be a nice little project, or a nice little commuter for somebody, or somebody who, you know, just getting on a bike. I see nothing wrong with starting on a 600. They're awesome bikes. This is pretty much your lesson. It's all about throttle control. These bikes are fast. They will hurt you, just like any of the bigger ones. Heck, even the smaller ones. And here in Chicago, people drive crazy, so traffic is the biggest issue. You know, it's not, most of the time you're not doing something stupid. It's other people not seeing you and crashing into you. So drive safe until next time, or I should say ride safe. Until next time, we'll catch you then. Please like and subscribe, guys. Thank you.